Today, I want to talk about a powerful and often misunderstood choice, a woman living alone without boyfriends. This is not a story of loneliness. It is a story of strength, clarity, and self-respect. It is about building a life rooted in purpose rather than dependence. Independence is one of the most powerful choices a woman can make, especially when she decides to live alone and fully rely on herself. It means she is no longer waiting for someone else to validate her decisions or shape her future. Every choice she makes, from her daily routine to her long-term goals, comes from her own vision and her own values. This level of control builds confidence because she learns to trust her instincts instead of second-guessing herself or depending on external approval. Living independently also sharpens her ability to handle real-life challenges. Whether it's managing finances, maintaining a home, or making important life decisions, she becomes capable and resourceful. She understands how to solve problems without expecting someone else to step in and rescue her. This doesn't make her isolated, it makes her resilient. She knows that no matter what happens, she has the strength and skills to figure things out. Independence also creates a deep sense of personal freedom. She can design her life exactly how she wants it, what she eats, how she spends her time, who she surrounds herself with, and what goals she prioritizes. There is no pressure to compromise her values or adjust her life to meet someone else's expectations. This freedom allows her to explore her true identity without fear or restriction. Another powerful aspect of independence is the emotional strength it develops. When she stands on her own, she learns how to comfort herself during tough times and celebrate herself during victories. She becomes her own source of stability instead of relying on a partner for emotional security. This builds a strong inner foundation that cannot easily be shaken by external circumstances. Over time, independence transforms into self-respect. She recognizes her own worth because she sees everything she is capable of achieving on her own. She no longer tolerates situations or people that undermine her value. Instead, she sets clear boundaries and protects her peace. Independence is not about rejecting others. It is about proving to herself that she is whole, capable, and complete exactly as she is. Self-love becomes the foundation of her life when she is not constantly seeking attention or validation from a romantic partner. She begins to understand herself on a deeper level. Her needs, her desires, her boundaries, and her values. Instead of adjusting who she is to fit into someone else's expectations, she embraces her true identity without fear. This kind of self-awareness builds a strong inner connection that many people overlook when they are focused on pleasing others. She learns to prioritize her well-being both mentally and physically. Whether it's taking care of her health, investing time in personal development, or simply allowing herself to rest, she understands that she deserves care and attention from herself first. This shift in mindset changes everything because she no longer depends on someone else to feel important or appreciated. She becomes her own source of encouragement and motivation. Self-love also teaches her to set boundaries without guilt. She no longer tolerates disrespect, emotional drain, or situations that do not align with her values. Instead of fearing loneliness, she values her peace so much that she is willing to walk away from anything that threatens it. This strength comes from knowing her worth and refusing to compromise it for temporary comfort. Another important aspect of self-love is forgiveness. She allows herself to make mistakes and grow without harsh self-judgment. She understands that growth is a process, and she treats herself with patience and kindness along the way. This creates a healthy mindset where she is constantly evolving instead of feeling stuck or defined by her past. As self-love deepens, her confidence naturally rises. She carries herself with a sense of calm assurance, knowing that she is enough exactly as she is. She no longer seeks approval because she has already given it to herself. This inner confidence reflects in every area of her life, from her career to her relationships with others. Growth becomes limitless when she is fully in control of her time, energy, and priorities. Without the distractions or emotional demands of a relationship, she is able to focus entirely on her personal and professional development. She can set clear goals and pursue them with full commitment, whether it's advancing her career, learning new skills, or exploring passions she may have once put aside. This uninterrupted focus allows her to move forward with clarity and purpose. She has the freedom to invest in herself without hesitation. She can take courses, travel, build businesses, or dedicate time to creative pursuits, all without needing to adjust her plans around someone else's schedule or expectations. This flexibility creates opportunities for continuous improvement and self-discovery. She learns what truly excites her and what path she wants to follow, rather than being influenced by the needs or opinions of a partner. Challenges become stepping stones rather than obstacles. When she faces difficulties, she learns to overcome them on her own, which strengthens her problem-solving abilities and builds confidence. Every setback becomes a lesson, and every achievement becomes proof of her capability. This mindset helps her grow faster because she is not held back by fear of failure or dependence on someone else's support. Living alone also gives her the mental space to reflect and evolve. She can evaluate her decisions, understand her mistakes, and make better choices moving forward. This constant self-reflection sharpens her awareness and helps her become a better version of herself over time. She is not rushing through life. She is intentionally shaping it. Her growth is not limited to career or success. It extends to her character, mindset, and emotional intelligence. She becomes more disciplined, focused, and self-driven. With no limits placed on her potential, she continues to expand her abilities and redefine what she is capable of achieving. Emotional strength develops naturally when she learns to stand on her own without relying on someone else to carry her through difficult moments. Living alone teaches her how to face her emotions honestly instead of avoiding them or expecting someone else to fix them. When challenges arise, she sits with her feelings, understands them, and works through them with patience. This process builds a deep inner resilience that cannot be easily shaken by external situations. She becomes more aware of her emotional patterns and triggers. Instead of reacting impulsively, she learns to respond with thought and clarity. This level of self-control helps her make better decisions and maintain balance, even in stressful situations. She is no longer controlled by temporary emotions. She understands them and uses that understanding to grow stronger. Handling problems independently strengthens her confidence in ways that dependence never could. Whether it's dealing with stress, disappointment, or uncertainty, she knows she has the ability to get through it. Each time she overcomes a challenge on her own, it reinforces her belief in herself. This builds a quiet but powerful confidence that comes from experience, not from reassurance given by others. Emotional clarity also becomes one of her greatest strengths. Without outside noise or influence, she can think clearly and make decisions based on logic and self-awareness. She understands what truly matters to her and what does not, which helps her avoid unnecessary drama or confusion. This clarity allows her to protect her peace and stay focused on what aligns with her values. Over time, she becomes emotionally independent. She does not depend on someone else to feel secure, loved, or complete. Instead, she creates that stability within herself. This inner balance gives her a sense of calm and control, allowing her to move through life with confidence and strength, no matter what circumstances she faces. Freedom from social pressure allows her to live life on her own terms without constantly trying to meet expectations set by others. Society often promotes the idea that a woman's happiness is tied to being in a relationship, but she chooses to challenge that belief by creating her own definition of fulfillment. Instead of feeling rushed or judged for not having a partner, she embraces her path with confidence and clarity. She no longer measures her success by traditional standards that may not align with her personal goals. Whether it's focusing on her career, personal growth, or simply enjoying her independence, she understands that her journey is unique. This mindset frees her from comparison, which is often one of the biggest sources of pressure. She is not trying to keep up with anyone else's timeline. She is focused on building a life that genuinely satisfies her. Letting go of social expectations also removes the fear of judgment. She becomes less concerned about what others think of her choices and more focused on what feels right for her. This shift allows her to make decisions with confidence instead of hesitation. She is no longer influenced by opinions that do not serve her growth or happiness. With this freedom, she gains a stronger sense of identity. She is not defined by her relationship status, but by her character, values, and achievements. This empowers her to explore life more openly, try new experiences, and take risks without worrying about fitting into a certain mold. Breaking away from social pressure also inspires others. When people see her living confidently and independently, it challenges outdated beliefs and opens the door for more acceptance of different lifestyles. She becomes an example of how fulfillment can come from within, not from meeting external expectations. Choosing rather than settling becomes a defining principle in her life. She understands that being alone is far better than being in a relationship that compromises her values, drains her energy, or limits her growth. Instead of rushing into something out of fear of loneliness or societal expectations, she takes her time and remains patient. This patience is not passive. It is intentional and rooted in self-respect. She has clear standards for what she will and will not accept. These standards are not unrealistic demands, but reflections of her self-worth. She knows the kind of respect, effort, and emotional maturity she deserves, and she refuses to lower those expectations just to have someone by her side. This mindset protects her from unhealthy or unfulfilling relationships that could hold her back because she is already content on her own. She does not look for someone to complete her. Instead, she would only welcome a partner who adds value to her life. This creates a powerful shift in how she approaches relationships. She is not driven by need or desperation, but by choice and compatibility. If someone does not align with her values or vision, she is comfortable walking away. This ability to walk away is one of her greatest strengths. It shows that she prioritizes her peace over temporary comfort. She is not afraid of starting over or being alone because she has already built a strong and fulfilling life for herself. This courage allows her to avoid settling for less than she deserves. When and if she chooses a partner, it comes from a place of strength, clarity, and confidence. She is not searching for someone to fix her life, but someone who respects and enhances the life she has already created. A woman living alone without boyfriends is not missing out. She is leveling up. She is building a life of confidence, freedom, and self-respect. And in doing so, she sends a powerful message. Happiness is not found in someone else. It is created within.